I don't mind hunting ghosts, but it's the humans that worry me. My mirror's cracking by itself.
The individual had recently purchased an old Bible from an antique shop known for dealing with items with mysterious pasts. For a few days, he read it at home without issue, but soon, strange things started happening. The Bible began to feel unusually hot, and his hands would burn when touching it. Alarmed, he set the Bible on his kitchen table and positioned a camera to capture anything out of the ordinary, and what the footage revealed shocked him. The Bible's pages started turning on their own, with no one near it. After posting the video online, many viewers suggested the book might be connected to something paranormal. Now, even the owner believes that could be true. But what do you think is really happening? Let me know. SpongeBob SquarePants has been one of the most beloved animated shows among kids worldwide for decades. But while it's clearly made for children, it turns out they might not be the only ones enjoying it. A TikTok video posted by a woman named Sydney might just suggest that even ghosts are fans of the show. Check it out.
SpongeBob night.
SpongeBob off.
Liam, come here. Liam, right now. What is happening? Okay, I'm calling your mom. Just stay right here. Oh my God. Liam, come here. Liam, right now.
In the video, a young boy is happily watching the show and having a great time, until, out of nowhere, the rocking chair beside him starts moving on its own. There's no clear reason for it. Could it be a ghost hanging out with him? Maybe enjoying the show too? Honestly, at this point, who knows? The world keeps showing us just how strange it can be, day after day. This video was uploaded by Rosanna, who goes by the username Darkcha. She claims her home is haunted by something evil and has shared multiple unsettling clips online. One night, while home alone, Rosanna starts hearing strange noises coming from her child's bedroom. If you remember, this is exactly how things escalated last time. Concerned, she grabs her phone to investigate, and what she captures is truly chilling. A ball suddenly moves on its own, but what's even stranger is how it unnaturally picks up speed and rolls straight into her child's bedroom right in front of Rosanna. Just minutes later, the ball shoots back out of the room, startling her. Then, another toy mysteriously walks out into view. As she enters the room, a toy is thrown to the ground, followed by another one that starts playing on its own. But the most terrifying moment comes when she stands up, because in the reflection of the window behind her, a dark figure can be seen standing there. She quickly turns around, but no one is there, and the haunting doesn't stop. On another night, while home alone, something else happens.
Arrête. Ça suffit. Ça suffit. Oh, t'inquiète. Non. Lâche-moi, putain. lui, laisse-moi tranquille.
The lights in her child's room start turning on and off by themselves, and soon after, creepy laughter and unsettling wailing can be heard. Then someone, or something, calls out Rosanna's name. Out of nowhere, she's suddenly knocked to the ground and dragged backward down the hallway. After sharing these new clips online, many viewers are convinced she's dealing with something truly sinister and are urging her to seek help from a higher power. But what's your take on it? This clip was uploaded by the ghost hunting group Fearful Encounters. They explored the Old South Pittsburgh Hospital in Tennessee, a former medical facility that shut down in the late 1990s. Since its closure, the hospital has developed a chilling reputation for intense paranormal activity, including unexplained voices, shadow figures, and even physical contact. Not long into their investigation, the team caught something or someone on camera. As the camera sweeps through the hallway, everything appears normal, but when it pans back just a second later, a tall, dark figure is suddenly standing still in the middle of the corridor. Some believe this is the infamous Tall Man, thought to be one of the more powerful entities haunting the building. Many viewers agree, pointing to similar encounters they've had with this same figure. But the question remains, was it really him? This man spotted something unusual on his bedroom curtain and initially brushed it off as a trick of the light. But the more he looked, the more certain he became. There was definitely something there. He saw a tall, human-like shadow against his bedroom curtain, which was especially disturbing since he lives on the 3rd floor. There's no balcony, no ledge, and no way for anyone to be outside that window. It was unlike anything he'd ever experienced. But after that night, strange occurrences became a regular thing. Now, every night at exactly 3 a.m., the so-called witching hour, he hears a tapping at the same window. Yet whenever he looks, there's no one there. So what do you think? Who or what could have been out there? In this clip, a young woman named Lucy was alone at home when she began hearing unsettling knocking and banging on her bedroom door. At first, she tried to ignore the sounds, but as they grew louder, her fear escalated. Wanting to document what was happening, she grabbed her camera and started recording. This is what she captured.
Lucy!
Loud knocking and banging can be clearly heard coming from Lucy's bedroom door, and if you look closely, you can spot a shadow moving in the gap beneath it. Too frightened to investigate, Lucy decides to stay put and keeps her door locked. Eventually, the noise stops, but just a few days later, the knocking begins all over again. The knocking returns, and this time Lucy builds up the courage to open her bedroom door, but there's no one there. Later, when her sister comes home, Lucy shows her the footage. What her sister says next leaves her stunned. The exact same thing had been happening to her too. Whenever she was home alone, her sister had even recorded a video of her own, but kept it secret, afraid no one would believe her. Here's what she captured. Deeply unsettled by what they'd experienced, the sisters uploaded their videos to TikTok, hoping for some answers. Viewers quickly chimed in, with many suggesting the presence of a mimic, a type of paranormal being believed to imitate familiar voices or appearances to earn a person's trust, eventually leading to possession. The sisters seem to believe this theory as well, even tagging their posts with number sign mimic. But the real question is, what do you think is going on? This video was recorded by a man named Robbie. One night, while he was home alone, he began hearing knocking at his front door. But as he went to open it, something unexpected happened.
Hello? Whoa.
When Robbie opened the door, he found no one outside, but a strange noise seemed to enter the house right then. Days later, he started hearing odd sounds coming from the basement. Despite checking several times, he couldn't find the source. The situation grew so disturbing that his wife decided to temporarily stay with family. To get to the bottom of it, Robbie installed motion-activated cameras in the basement. One night, those cameras recorded something unusual.
About ready to go to bed, and this keeps going off. That's the motion detector in the crawl space. I am scared from the camera down there, but we gotta do it.
A shadowy figure suddenly peeks its head through a gap between the pillars, and at that exact moment, the camera is mysteriously knocked over on its own. The next day, after reviewing the footage, Robbie heads down to the basement to investigate for himself, but what happens next is truly chilling.
I've been putting this off all day, but it's about to get dark soon, so we need to go down there. This is the last thing that I want to do, but I don't really have a choice. Okay, right over there is where I saw the thing. What was that?
The dark figure suddenly darts across the basement, sending Robbie running in fear. Moments later, it appears to try opening the hatch, followed by loud, aggressive knocking at the door. But when Robbie checks, no one is there. Whether it's a real ghost or something else entirely, I'll leave that for you to decide. Ian set out to explore a haunted asylum entirely on his own, and the footage you're about to see was captured not long after he began his investigation.
All right, we are locked in the Randolph County Asylum. I'm not gonna lie, I've got a bad feeling about this place. Not because there's anything evil, but just all the dark history and just the countless amount of spirits here and activity. It's like I'm in this vast abyss, all alone. But I'm gonna do what I always do. I'm gonna ghost hunt, and I ain't gonna run, no matter what. Huh? Whoa. Jesus Christ, that almost looked like a doppelganger. She's wearing the same clothes I'm wearing. If there's any spirits in this hospital, could you give me a sign of your presence? Gotta find my flashlight. Holy. There is a wicked windstorm going on right now, and I am sure that'll only add to the paranormal activity tonight. Hello? If there's anyone here, could you give me a sign? I'm gonna try to take some photos. Catching a lot of orbs. floating around in here. Are there spirits in this room right now? Is that what I'm seeing?
This clip captures Ian entering the asylum, and it's rare to see him this scared so early into one of his explorations. You could clearly tell he felt a presence in the building, and that feeling was backed up when he caught ghostly orbs on camera. As usual, Ian includes plenty of footage in his videos, and this moment is just the start. There's another eerie scene featured right after this one. Take a look.
There's more orbs over here. Where are you right now? Could you show yourself? Whoa. Something just hit the floor. What the heck is that? Did you just throw this? Or did it just fall? What is that? It's like a gourd of some sort. Where did this thing come from? Right there. Whoa. Dude, there's like a whole dish of the things. And look at that. There is no way that just fell. There is definitely no way. I mean, look at the distance it would have had to have gone. I mean, I know I've been walking around and like this floor, it's a little shaky. So, I mean, that is possible that maybe me walking caused it to fall. I don't know, that is strange. It's just the distance it fell that's throwing me off. Put it back in here. If you just threw one of those gourds, could you move?
A piece of food suddenly flew out of the bowl and hit the ground with a thud, which caught Ian's attention. This couldn't have been a natural fall, since there was no wind in the room. Without any airflow, the food shouldn't have landed that far from the bowl. So, what caused it to move? Could it have been something unseen at work? This TikTok video, shared by Ghosts on Camera 1, seems to deliver exactly what the username suggests. It opens with the uploader casually sitting at home when, out of nowhere, the doorknob behind him starts shaking violently. He claims this kind of strange activity has been happening ever since he moved in, even though the building is completely new.
This has been happening ever since we've moved in. Ever since we've been moved in, this has been happening. It's a brand new building. I don't get it. Happens that often. The handle is even loose. Really fed up with this. It's all...
Even when he gets up to check it out, there's no clear cause for the disturbance. No one behind the door, no draft, and nothing shaking the place. Surprisingly, he doesn't seem scared at all. Instead, he looks more annoyed than anything, calling the whole thing frustrating rather than frightening. Whatever's going on, here's hoping the mysterious doorknob activity stops soon so he can finally get some peace. This clip was recorded somewhere in New Zealand. It shows a group of people enjoying a peaceful train ride through a remote area on a beautiful sunny day. Everything appears normal at first, but then things take an unexpected turn. The moment the person filming pans the camera to the left, something unusual comes into view. A massive spider is seen clinging to a nearby tree just before the video suddenly cuts off. It raises a chilling question. Could this be an undiscovered cryptid, something like the legendary Jibafofi, a giant spider said to dwell in the Congo? Or maybe it's just a well-placed animatronic meant to spook tourists. This eerie video was posted by Adam Atz a few months ago, but it ended up getting overlooked until a subscriber recently reached out and reminded me about it. Adam says he and his family were downstairs watching TV when they suddenly heard footsteps coming from his room upstairs. Thinking someone might have broken in, they went up to investigate, but what they found left them deeply unnerved.
Hello, jefe. esté ahí, pues. ¿Será que me acerco?
Sí.
A pale face, belonging to someone or something, can be seen peering out from inside a closet. Suddenly, the mirrored cabinet door swings open, and just like that, the face vanishes without a trace, as if it were never there to begin with. But the question remains, where did it go? This piece of footage comes from a video where Ian explored a haunted asylum during a ghost hunt, and it lived up to its eerie reputation. Here's a clip from that chilling investigation. Take a look at what he captured.
Whoa. There's something in that photo. It looks like a figure peeking out of that room. Hello? Is there someone in there? I wonder if this is Lulu's room. I guess there's only one way to find out. Yep, there it is. Lulu, I think I just seen you peering out from your room. Were you watching me? Whoa! Whoa! She just darted by! Oh my god! I literally just seen her bolt in here. She just went from right to left. And she ran over somewhere this way. Lulu. I know you're in here. Are you running around your room? Ooh. Whoa. Sorry. You just spooked me a little bit there. Are you making noise over here? Could you make another noise? Whoa. I'll try to take a whole bunch of photos. Getting orbs. She is definitely in here. You have a very beautiful room, Lulu. Is that one of the cribs? The old cribs that you used when you were a mother? I'm very sorry about the horrible things that happened to you.
It was very clear that someone, or something, was in the room with him, though it's still uncertain whether it was the entity he calls Lulu. What we do know is that he witnessed a figure peeking around the doorway, caught an orb flying across the room, and heard an unexplained noise. But who or what was really in there with him? And could this be the same presence that's been following him all along? This post comes from the well-known Paranormal Encounters subreddit where users share their genuine supernatural experiences. The uploader, Octopus Funeral, says they lived in the house for 2 years and encountered everything from saw blades mysteriously sliding off tables to eerie shadows that moved when noticed. Definitely unsettling. Although the entire house was active, the basement was the most intense spot. The video was recorded there while the uploader was doing laundry. They often sensed a presence behind them, and nearly every time they felt it, something strange would happen, about 90% of the time.
Saying earlier, most of the stuff does happen down here. And I mean, you can't really. That's freaky stuff right there, man. Yep, that's what you call it. I hate that. Freaks me out, man. It's giving me goosebumps. Boy, here we go with the door again. Yeah, I don't like that. Ooh, that's creepy. So that door always swings wide open and it stays open. It doesn't. Oh, there you go. Let go of it.
In the video, the door at the back is a solid, heavy 1 3/4-inch oak slat door with original 1930s hinges. The uploader, who describes themselves as a large person, says they struggle to close it. They've had the door mysteriously open and close on them before while in the basement, but never expected to actually catch it on camera. Watching the footage, the moment is both fascinating and downright creepy. Ian explored an abandoned asylum and at one point used a device to try to make contact with a spirit said to have been pushed out of a window during their previous life. Here's what happened next.
Window. John Oliver, are you here with me right now? Who are you? That sounded like, who are you? My name is Ian. I'm here to visit. Is that okay? Yeah. You just said yeah. John, is it true? What happened to you? Is it true that you fell from this window? No, you were pushed. I couldn't tell what it just said right there. Who did it? What are the names of the people who pushed you? What did that say? It sounded like two men. Are you saying that 2 men pushed you out of this window? I'm so sorry that happened to you. Why did they push you, John? Do you have any idea? I had trouble making out what that said right there. He's definitely responding though. Very clearly too. John, I hear that people hear you whistle. Could you whistle through the spirit box? Whistle a tune, if you like. Sounded like you said no there. That's totally fine, John. You can do whatever you want. I'm just here to keep you company. What did I say? It just said like, watch your back or something. Don't stay. Don't stay here. Or don't stay in this hospital. You just said get out now. Oh my God. All right, John. I'll leave you alone, okay? Whoa, whoa. Holy dude, what the hell was that? Dude, he just pounded on the window. Oh my God, that was loud. All right, John. I'm gonna leave you alone, all right? Thank you for talking. Whoa, dude. Did he just bang on that window? It was kind of hard to hear over the spirit box, but I freaking heard something loud. It definitely...
Right as the spirit said go, a tap echoed from the outside window, startling Ian enough to leave the room. It was eerily fitting that the ghost chose the window for its trick. After all, that was the very spot where it reportedly died. Imagine what must have been going through Ian's mind in that moment. Was the spirit trying to scare him away, or simply remind him of what happened there? This creepy video was shared on TikTok by Elsazar Torres1, a creator who's been documenting a series of increasingly bizarre and frightening events in his home. According to him, it all began when he tried to reach out to the spirit world using EVP devices and Ouija board and other paranormal tools. While his goal was to make contact, it seems something may have actually responded. In the weeks that followed, the activity grew more intense, and Alcazar began to regret ever trying to connect. One night, while lying in bed, he heard strange noises outside his room. Then, out of nowhere, the TV shut off. Already feeling anxious, he grabbed his phone to record, and this is what he captured.
No. No mames. ¿Qué pedo? O sea, chequen. Mis manos están aquí. No. La verga.
The TV suddenly loses signal, and you can hear the nervousness in Alcazar's voice. Moments later, the screen shuts off completely. But did you notice it? As the camera pans across the room, a shadowy figure can be seen standing completely still in the darkness. The video cuts off shortly after. When Alcazar shared this clip on TikTok, many of his viewers were convinced that this figure was the source of all the strange activity he's been experiencing. And after watching his other videos, it's hard to argue. They believe he may have summoned something he was never meant to contact. This TikTok video, shared by an account called WV Paranormal, shows a group of kids casually exploring the woods in broad daylight. At first, everything seems lighthearted and fun, but that quickly shifts to fear in an instant when something unexpected appears on camera.
Keith! Get up here! Get away from him! Come on, guys! You okay?
Suddenly, a mysterious creature appears, walking near the group of kids, sending them fleeing in pure panic and fear. The video cuts off shortly after. To this day, no one really knows what was actually caught on camera. The video was posted on Instagram and quickly went viral. The uploader lives alone and has been hearing a woman's cackling coming from different areas of his apartment. Every time he checked, no one was there. This continued for days, and the situation grew more disturbing when he began seeing an old woman roaming through his home. It happened daily, but his friends didn't believe him. So, the next time he heard the cackling, he decided to record it. This is what he captured. A shadowy figure is seen in the man's living room. When he looks again, its face is suddenly staring directly at him. He glances away in fear, but when he looks back, the figure has vanished. As he continues looking around, the figure suddenly reappears, this time much closer. Panicked, he runs, turns back, and once again, no one's there. Then, as he opens a door, the figure is standing right in front of him. He backs away, opens the door again, and it's gone. But when he checks the living room one more time, the figure's face is right in front of him. And that's where the video ends. Whether it's real or not is up for debate. I personally don't think it is, but it's so well executed and eerie that it definitely earns a spot here. If it didn't scare you, you're built different. Cara Messina lives in a historic home in New York State that dates back to the 1800s and carries a tragic history. In the early to mid-1800s, it served as part of the Underground Railroad, where enslaved people fleeing the South had to hide beneath the house to avoid being caught. Due to its dark past, Cara believes the home may be haunted. She says her family has experienced various ghostly events over the years. One day, while she and her daughter were relaxing at home, they suddenly heard a strange noise coming from the basement.
So for the last 20 minutes, I've been sitting on my couch and it's been dead silent. And all of a sudden I hear Santa, and I thought it was coming from outside, and it's not. And this is my basement. Tell me it's in the same box as Chucky right now. Yeah, it's right there. What? Yeah, it's in there. Right, but it hasn't been touched, and all of a sudden, after all of these months, and it's off.
Kara's daughter is rummaging through a box that, fittingly, holds 2 old Chucky dolls when a Santa figurine nearby suddenly starts talking, despite its power switch being turned off. But things get even stranger. After the clip was uploaded, viewers pointed out something else even more unsettling. Did you catch it?
Right, but it hasn't been touched, and all of a sudden, after all of these months, and it's off.
So, is Kara's basement haunted? Does some strange spirit possess that little Santa figurine? Or could it all just be a really bizarre coincidence? This video, posted by user Sidati.Pedrao, has deeply disturbed many viewers. Simone believes something is haunting the forest behind her home. For several nights, strange wailing noises echoed from the trees near her property. Her husband would check it out, but he never found anyone there. As time passed, the sounds grew louder and seemed to come closer with each night. Eventually, it felt like whatever was making the noise was just outside their home. So, they set up a CCTV camera to keep watch over the backyard. Then, one night shortly after 11 p.m., the camera captured something truly unsettling. A white figure is seen peeking out from behind the family's shed, appearing to stare directly toward their house. It then shifts position and slowly fades away. Many viewers believe it could be a spirit. However, some think it looks staged, and the fading effect might just be a glitch caused by the night vision on the security camera. This creepy footage was originally posted to Instagram by Ghost Golden Guns in 2023, but it's recently started gaining traction again across social media. According to the uploader, strange things began happening just days after moving into a new home. It started with small things, odd noises, and an overall unsettling feeling, but quickly escalated into something much harder to dismiss. Feeling both curious and uneasy, he decided to start documenting everything on his phone.
Yo, what up? Ghost Golden Guns over here, and I'm going live right now because that's why. Hello? Hello? Is anyone there? What the? What? Who is out? Oh my God. Oh my goodness, what the? Hello? Who is there? Oh my goodness, please stop. What the? Please stop. Please stop. This is my house. Leave. Leave. This is my house. You're not allowed here. Leave. Oh my goodness. Hello. Oh my goodness.
Objects can be seen moving on their own, but what happened next took things to a whole new level. On another night, as eerie sounds once again echoed through the house, he picked up his phone to investigate, and that's when he captured something truly chilling. a dark figure can be seen silently peeking out from the bedroom door, just standing there and watching him before slowly retreating into the shadows. Already deeply unsettled, he tries to go on with life as usual, but then, on yet another night, something even more terrifying unfolds. A strange, glowing apparition appears at the man's bedroom door. He cautiously moves closer, but just as quickly, it vanishes without a trace, never to be seen again. Shaken by what he witnessed, he decides he can't spend another night there and chooses to stay at a friend's house instead. But the question remains, what exactly did he see that night? Could it be something paranormal? A woman using the online name Pixie Paranormal One is a psychic medium and paranormal investigator who has experienced a number of bizarre events, some of which may be linked to the supernatural.
What is this noise? What is this noise? I don't mind hunting ghosts, but it's the humans that worry me. Human beings freak me out.
Not long ago, Pixie Paranormal One had a disturbing encounter in her own home. After hearing cracking noises coming from her mirror, she quickly picked up her phone to record. What followed was nothing short of strange.
Go up here. Look at my mirror. My mirror's cracking by itself.
What's happening? Wait, stop.
Harry, my mirror is cracking by itself.
It's cracked twice so far. Why is it cracking by itself?
No idea.
There's too big.
Yeah, it's really.
Right, let's just carry on with it. Right, follow me. It's hitting me.
Stay there, don't go near it.
This way. I know. Mum, I know. There's a naughty mirror. Wait.
Okay.
Why is the mirror cracking?
I don't know.
I know. Maybe the naughties.
The woman's mirror suddenly starts to crack and break on its own right in front of her. Even more unsettling, what appears to be a distorted, misshapen face seems to form in the slowly shattering glass. Could one of the spirits from Pixie's investigations have followed her home? Or is something else going on here? What do you think? On the popular UFO subreddit, a user named Chilled Game Dog shared a follow-up video to an earlier post featuring a bizarre-looking UFO that left viewers puzzled. This second clip is just as mysterious and captivating. The footage was recorded over CTIA on July 7th, 2024, during the daytime. Right from the start, the UFO in the video appears unusual and intriguing. At one point, the camera pans down to the street, showing a busy city full of people, none of whom seem to notice the strange object hovering above them, or perhaps they just don't care. One commenter pointed out that this might be the clearest UFO footage we've ever seen, or unfortunately, it could just be something like a balloon. Sadly, we may never get a definitive answer. So, what do you think? Is this mysterious UFO the real deal, or is it something much more ordinary? Ian was exploring an abandoned theater completely on his own. As he cautiously made his way through the building, he eventually reached the main auditorium.
Got another tool that I don't use often, but I'm going to try to use more often, is a thermal camera. Now this doesn't film, unfortunately, but I can do snapshots with it. And so if I see a cold spot, I'm gonna snapshot it as fast as I can so that I don't miss it. This is what it looks like in here right now. If there's any spirits in here, could you appear in front of me? Oh wow, you can definitely see that heater there. That old thing is still running, huh? If there's any spirits here, could you make a noise? You can knock on a wall, a window. Is there anybody in here? Oh wow, guys, this is the main theater. Just take a look at this place. Isn't that just gorgeous? Gorgeously creepy. Alright, I'm gonna try to snap some photos from up here. Are there any spirits sitting in one of these theater seats? That flash of light you see right now? That's my digital camera. It's taking your photo. Could you wave to the camera? Is there anybody sitting on the top section? Whoa. I heard that. Hello? Is there somebody up there?
Out of nowhere, a low, rumbling sound echoed through the deserted theater, sending a shiver down Ian's spine. There was clearly no one else around, yet the noise was unmistakably real and deeply unsettling. Still, Ian wasn't shaken enough to give up. Determined and alert, he pressed on, eager to discover whatever mysteries the old theater might reveal. But what exactly made that noise? Was it something natural, or something far more sinister hiding in the shadows? TikTok user Notel4117 shared a video on the Ghost Upper where he explains that he believes something creepy is happening in his house and wants to catch it on camera. In the video, he walks into his son's room, which appears completely empty. Nothing unusual so far. But when he heads to the living room and turns on the nanny cam monitor that's set up in the boys' room, that's when things take a terrifying turn.
I don't know if I'm seeing or tripping, but check this out. So this is my aunt's son's room, right? There's no one in here. Nothing. Closet. Nothing. Get a nanny camera in here. Tell me that doesn't look like someone standing in the room. Like I've checked, like went back and forth 3 times, and nothing, right? Like what? do not want to go back in there.
Strangely, the footage from the nanny cam reveals what looks like a person in the boys' room, even though the uploader had shown just 20 or 30 seconds earlier that the room was empty. The video wraps up with him firmly stating that he's convinced there's something or someone there that doesn't belong. At 11 p.m., Hannah was just about ready to call it a night, but the moment she decided to finally get some rest, something strange occurred.
Yo, what the heck?
Suddenly, Hannah heard a steady, repeated knocking coming from the other side of the door, lasting for nearly 2 minutes. At first, she didn't think to film it, but fortunately, she eventually grabbed her phone and recorded the sound. Wanting to prove the clip was real before sharing it online, she decided to check the bathroom where the knocking had originated. As expected, there was no one there. It was completely empty. Roy, who used the basement in the upcoming video as a storage area, kept a wide variety of items down there, making it a useful extension of his living space. He regularly went in and out to grab or return things, but one day, he heard loud banging noises coming from the basement. Assuming it was his wife searching for something, he called out to her. When she didn't respond, he sensed something was wrong and decided to check it out. When Roy reached the bottom of the stairs, he found the basement empty and nothing on the floor that could have made the noise. He paused, puzzled by what he had heard, then turned to head back upstairs. Just as he did, the banging sound returned, and a wooden horse suddenly began to rock on its own. Terrified, Roy bolted up the stairs. Later, when his wife got home, he told her what happened. While both agreed it was unsettling, they decided not to do anything and hoped it was just a one-off incident. Unfortunately, the very next day, Roy heard knocking again, this time coming from the garage, and realized he had to investigate once more. Just as he expected, the strange activity repeated itself. Roy decided to follow the sounds, and this time, he actually saw an object move by itself. Now convinced that something supernatural was going on, Roy and his wife have reached out to multiple ghost hunters for help in getting rid of the presence. All we can do now is wait and hope they succeed in cleansing their home of whatever dark force is haunting it. On the Bigfoot subreddit, Reddit user UniqueAd1100 posted a fascinating video that's been sparking discussion. The clip shows someone filming a peaceful forested area in the evening at an unknown location. For the first 15 seconds, everything seems uneventful until the camera zooms in and things suddenly get much more intriguing. A shadowy figure can be seen moving through the trees, appearing cautious as it scans the area, possibly checking if anyone's around. It's unclear whether it noticed the person filming, but it seems on high alert. Could this be the legendary Bigfoot? Its shape and posture match many classic descriptions, though the view isn't clear enough to confirm anything. Still, the footage is compelling and sure to spark debate. What do you think? Was it Bigfoot or just something else blending into the woods? John was a typical teenager, spending time alone at home playing video games. However, his gameplay had recently been disturbed by eerie, unexplained events. So when it happened again, he chose to hit record.
Welcome back to what is in my apartment while I'm home alone. Like, what could... Now, last time I didn't do this. I'm gonna open this door and it's gonna stop. I hate it.
Strangely, a series of footsteps echoed outside his room. Since this had happened before, John didn't assume it was an intruder. He knew it was something paranormal. To prove it to viewers, he stepped out to investigate, but found nothing. After checking the other room, he returned, hoping to squeeze in at least an hour of peace without any ghostly disturbances. But then, something happened that shattered that hope entirely.
I'm the only one here right now. And as you can clearly hear, there's just someone out there.
Just 15 minutes later, more unsettling sounds came from outside his room. And this time, the lights had mysteriously turned themselves back on. John didn't gather the courage to investigate again, feeling he had already shown enough to prove the incident was real. This TikTok user was reviewing their security camera footage in the middle of the night when they got the shock of their life after spotting something truly unexpected. A bizarrely tall and thin figure is caught on camera, appearing to lure people into the woods late at night for no clear reason. It's the kind of scene you'd expect from a creepypasta story come to life. What this eerie entity is, or why it's leading people into the darkness. The video ends abruptly before offering any answers, leaving the unsettling case completely unsolved. Jack often posts his paranormal experiences on TikTok. He frequently encounters strange activity, most likely connected to his collection of antique items, objects that appear to attract poltergeist energy. While things started normally, it didn't take long before Jack noticed unusual happenings around his home. Eventually, he became convinced that something had entered, and luckily, he caught it all on camera.
Okay, I've just started filming because I fell asleep on the couch and woke up to what felt like somebody stroking the side of my face, which made me jump awake, but I don't know if it was a dream, but then the room is icy cold and just noises coming from the kitchen. Hello? Hello? Can you hear that? It's coming from outside, well, the kitchen there. Hello? Oh my god. The candlestick and the door's just bloody opened. What the hell? Hello? Oh my god. It makes you nervous to fall asleep on the couch. It really does. It's horrible. Is anybody out there? What the? That hit my leg? What the? Oh. Sophie, okay? The cat's just legged it as well. Oh my god. What is going on in here? What? It sounds like somebody sat down on the chair. Fuck off, I'm going in the garden. I'm not staying in here.
All sorts of strange things happened here. While each event might have a natural explanation on its own, the fact that they all occurred within a 3-minute window feels far too coincidental. On top of that, the sudden drop in temperature suggests a possible haunting presence. Jack plans to take steps to banish whatever is in his home, so here's hoping he succeeds. A group of Dutch urban explorers was investigating an old, abandoned building when they stumbled upon something truly terrifying.
Hij is allemaal... Red!
Honestly, squatters in an abandoned house can be way more dangerous than any ghost. Also, did you catch that one of the explorer's friends is wearing the same jacket as the squatter? Now that's seriously strange. A man named Leroy Torres was driving down the motorway late one night in Ecuador with his family. At one point, a truck passed in front of them, and they noticed something unsettling coming from the back of it. Curious and concerned, they decided to follow the truck for a bit to get a closer look. Here's what they captured.
Ahí estamos viendo, aquí en la carretera Naranjal, unos niños, una sombra. No hay gente ahí, mi gente, créame. Estamos totalmente sorprendidos y asustados al mismo tiempo. Estoy viajando con mi familia. Se ven unos niños que juegan en un carro que está totalmente vacío en la parte de atrás. Es algo increíble. Tenemos el miedo total aquí en el carro, pero en nombre de Cristo no va a pasar nada. Ya mismo comienzan a jugar, comienzan a tirarse del carro. Las sombras se tiran del carro. Es algo sorprendente, algo de no creer.
The man continues to follow the truck and spots what appear to be children moving around in the back. But after watching for a while, he begins to suspect they might not be real kids. The figures seem more like dark silhouettes than actual people. Could this be a situation similar to the Georgia case, where a man followed a suspicious truck and ended up rescuing lives? Or is this something paranormal, or perhaps something entirely different? What do you think? This footage, captured somewhere in Romania, was recorded by a security camera late at night. It starts off simple enough, showing a car parked beside a house. But what seems like an ordinary scene quickly takes a terrifying turn within seconds. Take a look. Suddenly, a bizarre, tall, and slender figure appears, slowly making its way toward the parked car. It walks right past it and exits the frame just before the video ends. Many commenters believe the figure looks like some kind of humanoid being. However, its purpose or intent remains entirely unknown. This eerie clip was shared on the well-known High Strangeness subreddit, a community dedicated to showcasing truly bizarre stories, images, and videos. In this particular post, we're shown what appears to be an ordinary sky over Burnley, Lancashire, UK, but within seconds, it becomes clear that there's nothing ordinary about it. Watch closely.
Oh, it's not even funny. This is scary. There's not even any more of them.
Oh my god, it's just...
Is there? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Shut up, shut up, shut up. Shut up.
Oh my god. Gosh. It's aliens. I believe in aliens. I believe in aliens more than God. Try to like look really close to see what shape it is. I'll turn the music off. It's real fast.
Is it not the Elon Musk thing?
Natalie, satellites don't skip
that
about like
fast.
that.
I don't like it.
I'm in awe. I swear to God, I've never seen anything like it.
It's leaving.
As you can see, the object hovers in the area for several minutes before eventually vanishing, leaving the family who filmed it completely stunned. No one's really sure what it was, but many believe they may have caught a UFO on camera in broad daylight. An idea that's definitely intriguing. Others think it might have just been a drone. What do you think? Did this family really witness something extraterrestrial, or is there a more ordinary explanation? The following video was filmed in Rosanna's home, where she's been dealing with ongoing paranormal activity for quite some time. It all began when her ex-boyfriend suggested they explore a haunted house. Believing it was all just for fun, they agreed without hesitation. But once inside, they encountered unsettling experiences that left them shaken. What they didn't realize was that something followed them home, and it attached itself specifically to Rosanna. This is the kind of disturbing activity she now faces regularly. The toilet seat shook violently, and the bathroom door locked Rosanna inside. An intense experience, even for someone like her who's used to paranormal activity. While strange events were nothing new, this was the first time she had ever been physically trapped, which triggered her fear of confined spaces with no exit. Fortunately, the door eventually unlocked, and she got out safely. Still, it's hard not to feel sympathy for what she went through. On May 8, 2022, a chilling video was uploaded to YouTube and quickly went viral. It was shared by a channel called Japanese Horror Entertainment. The video was filmed by Omega Toki, a well-known ghost hunter in Japan, recognized for offering affordable spirit removal services to help those in difficult financial situations. The footage you're about to see was taken inside a client's home that was reportedly haunted by an extremely aggressive spirit.
里子さん。里子さんって言ってる。人の名前。里子さんって言ってるのかな。里子さん。待って。ちょっと待って。今ハワイって聞こえたよね。まだ開いてないけど。
The spirit seemed agitated by the ghost hunter's presence, who was there only to collect evidence for later study. His goal was to use that research to eventually banish the entity. However, despite the ghost's clear activity, it couldn't be identified, leaving the hunter to perform the banishment without knowing its strength. Luckily, he was successful, and the home was cleared and made safe for the owners to return. A man was staying at his father's house after receiving heartbreaking news. He was scheduled to be hospitalized in 3 days for an illness that would later turn out to be fatal. At the time, he had no idea how serious the outcome would be. It was 3 o'clock in the afternoon when his father stepped out to grab some food for them. The son was familiar with the house, having spent his childhood there, and it hadn't changed a bit, bringing back a sense of nostalgia. But something felt off. He couldn't explain it, just a strong urge to leave. Still, he stayed, telling himself it was just his dad's home. Unfortunately, he would come to regret that choice.
Estoy acá en la casa de mi hijo, acá el campo. Bueno, acá se ve un patio, pero es todo campo. Y me senté 2 segundos acá y... ¿Lo ven? ¿Lo ven ahí? Hace unos segundos se está asomando algo y yo veo... ¿Ven? ¿Lo ven? ¿Se ve? ¿Ven? Mira. ¡Ey! ¡Ey! Concha de la lora. No veo nada, la puta de re mi parió. Madre. Me doy vuelta todo alrededor, no hay nada, En la casa estaba abandonada porque dejamos todas las cosas ahí, pero... Se escucha algo. Uy, concha de la lora. No, estoy re loco. Bueno, si vieron algo, me dicen en los comentarios.
Out of nowhere, an apparition appeared, and what made it even more terrifying was the fact that no one was actually there. It could have been a hallucination or a ghost, but after reviewing the camera footage, he realized it was all too real. The DS family, who share their daily life on TikTok and have gained 44,000 followers, were once known for their fun, lighthearted videos featuring their kids' playful antics. However, that cheerful content has taken a dark turn. They've been dealing with a haunting from an unknown poltergeist that appears mostly at night when the children are asleep, and so far, they haven't been able to stop it. In this clip, the mother once again catches the spirit in action. Strange knocks and ghostly noises echoed throughout the house, and it's important to note that only the mother and her children were home. The kids were clearly asleep, and the mother was the one recording, so none of them could have caused the sounds. It was clear their unwanted visitor had returned. This incident was the final straw for the mother, and she's now in touch with a ghost hunter to help cleanse the home. Let's hope she finds some peace. Sarah started her real estate career 3 years before this video was recorded, and in all that time, she had never experienced anything like what happened here. About a year into her journey, she bought a rental property to generate steady income, but it turned out to be a poor investment. Over a year, 15 tenants broke their leases and left. Eventually, the government required her to inspect the property and submit video evidence proving it was safe to live in. This is the footage she provided. Take a look.
Esta casa se ha limpiado muchísimas veces porque la gente no dura rentando. Rompe el contrato por una u otra cosa y tuvimos que venirla a limpiar el día de hoy porque ya mañana se van a mover. Se las quiero enseñar. Lo raro es que dice el realtor que no dura la gente. Esta casa se ha limpiado muchísimas veces porque rompe el contrato a la gente. Ay, no mames. Ya es noche. Estoy sola. Chingados estoy. No hay nada. Esta pinche casa la han rentado un chingo de veces. Y no sé por qué rompe el contrato la gente. Ay, no. Déjenme regresar, sí, porque me dio cosas a la pinche puerta. Y dicen los señores que rentan aquí que miran demasiadas cosas. La gente no dura viviendo aquí. Rompe el contrato. Así que vamos a grabar un poquito para allá. Ese pinche cuarto ahí, no sé qué fregados es. Ya las muchachas me están esperando allá afuera. Miren, allá me da cosa. Tengo que prender la luz. Ahorita voy a ir a prender la luz para seguir grabando. ¿Te imaginas? Para que la gente rompa el contrato acá, es porque de plano no aguantan a vivir aquí. Y ahorita les voy a enseñar lo demás para allá. Déjenme prender la luz. ¿Dónde está la luz acá? Chingada madre. Ahí está. Ok, ahorita ahorita les voy a enseñar. Esta es una recámara. Se está poniendo ahorita tenso. Entonces, el Señor dice que ya van varias familias que rompen el contrato. No sé qué es lo que pasó aquí. Nunca me ha dicho el realtor qué es lo que... Chingados, que... Nunca me ha dicho el realtor qué es lo que realmente ha pasado, pero sí la hemos limpiado varias veces porque no dura la gente. Y eso sí, la verdad es algo extraño, que no dure nadie. Yo no sé si tú has vivido en una casa así, donde te hayas tenido que haber salido por algo o roto el contrato. Ahorita les voy a enseñar qué es eso que se escucha. ¡Ey! ¿Andan acá? No mames. Espérenme. Iba a dejar grabando, pero la neta ya me está dando cosa. Se escucha el ruido para acá. No sé qué sea. Escucha mucho ruido. Yo creo que me voy a tener que ir. No sé. Tengo que ir a apagar la luz de ella porque se está poniendo ya. Ay, no. Creo que voy a regresar mañana mejor. Ya me voy a la chica. Esa pinche luz, la de acá la tengo que apagar.
It appears the reason so many tenants broke their lease early was because the house was haunted, and honestly, that's a pretty valid reason. Sarah soon realized she had a serious problem on her hands. No one was willing to move in, and she'd be forced to lower the rent. In a final attempt to maintain the property's value, she's now in touch with a ghost hunter to cleanse the home. At around 5 a.m., Dave Valtkrat, well known for his dedication to work, was still awake, busy wrapping up an editing project. He lived alone, except for his 2 puppies, who were with him in the room at the time of the recording, a detail he made sure to emphasize. Take a look.
Estoy trabajando. Disculpen el reguero. Ahí están mis perritos durmiendo. Son las 5:23 de la mañana. Estoy trabajando. Y de... Cinco veintitrés de la mañana, 5:24 ya, para los que dicen que... Para los que dicen que ocurre nada más a las 3 de la mañana, no. Son las 5 ya de la mañana. Con 24 minutos. Ahí están mis perritos. Están durmiendo. Y lo curioso es que... Alexa, luz del cuarto blanco frío.
Muy bien.
Están escuchando. Escuchen. Son susurros. Y no hay nadie, ¿eh? No. Siempre los muestro que no hay nadie para que luego no digan, no, es que eso, qué sé yo, de tus amigos, de tus familiares o lo que sea. No hay absolutamente nadie. Allá vive mi hermana, allá abajo, pero pues ahorita todo está oscuro. Escucharon lo mismo que yo, ¿no? Escucharon lo mismo que yo. Ok. No estoy loco. Escuché como venía de por aquí. Venía de por aquí. Aquí no hay, para los que digan, no hay nada. Es una silla y lo hacemos para que los perros cuando se suban aquí así, pues a veces dejamos esta ventana abierta como ahorita. Vean, ya está amaneciendo para que vean que no es mentira. Y Dios santo. Y no se caigan si están por ahí. Otra vez apagó todo. Bueno, ahí están, mírenlos. Por eso no he hecho la cámara y nada. Ya luego lo haré. Dios mío. Bueno, una aventura más. A seguir trabajando.
Out of nowhere, Dave heard a voice outside his door, which understandably scared him. When he opened it, no one was there. To prove it wasn't a prank, he searched the entire area on camera. No one was around, just an open window, he explained. Everything pointed to a paranormal presence. Certain it was a ghost, Dave turned to something he had never tried before. He prayed. Desperate for peace, he hoped it would help, but sadly, his plea went unanswered. Just 3 days later, the poltergeist came back to haunt him once more.
Son las 3:43 de la mañana. Y justo... Otra vez. Luego empiezo a sentir adrenalina. Por eso respiro así. Encendí la linterna. No hay nadie. Todo está totalmente cerrado. Ahora, los que me preguntaban, la cosa esta sale por ahí, ¿ok? Con los ojos brillosos y todo. Quiero que se den cuenta. Sale por aquí, ¿ok? Vean.
Dave saw the ghost fully manifest as it peeked around the doorway. It's unclear whether the spirit was intended to be seen, but given that ghosts can vanish instantly, it likely revealed itself on purpose, probably to scare him. Sadly, it succeeded. Dave is now trying to find a way to deal with the situation, but he's concluded that he can no longer stay in that house. Ian was alone in a haunted theater, determined to collect proof that the place was as terrifying as it felt. Here's what he captured.
All right, well, Reverend Henry Doty Maxson, here is his office. Let's see if anything happens. Reverend? Are you in here? Are you okay with me visiting? Your office here? That's his old chalkboard right there. And that is his handwriting. They've kept that preserved. That must have been from his last lecture before Father, if you are indeed in here, could you tap on your chalkboard? Make a tapping sound like you're writing on it. I would be amazed if you did that. What the? That sounded like paper being moved. It was on this desk. Like, whoa, you see that? Dude, look at that. That has to be it. Look at that, it's literally hanging off of the table. Look at all the other ones, they're like straight, and then that one is just completely. Henry, did you just move this piece of paper? I wonder what's on this paper anyway. It's more of his writing. Reverend, if you're sitting at your desk right now, could you move something once more? Use whatever energy you need. You can use it for my camera, my voice recorder, whatever you need. All I wish to do is learn from you. Learn about the afterlife. Whoa, I'm feeling like coldness over here. It's like emanating from this desk.
Oddly, the Reverend chose to shift a piece of paper to the edge, even though it was a preserved document in its own right. This was probably meant to intimidate Ian, the ghost hunter. But if that was the intention, it completely backfired. He had no plans to abandon his investigation. Was this just the beginning of something darker, or had Ian already stirred something that refused to be ignored? The team of explorers ventured into the abandoned station. Scattered throughout, they discovered appliances like televisions, stoves, and refrigerators, an odd sight for a place originally meant for transportation. They speculated that the station might have been repurposed as a storage facility, though this was just a guess. With that theory in mind, they continued exploring the station without dwelling on it too much. While this spot seemed to hold no real mystery, the same couldn't be said for a nearby house. So, they made their way to the closest home in the deserted town, and what they uncovered there was far stranger.
Really? Like, I actually heard like a lot of voices, but like then it just would stop for like 10-20 seconds at a time, and then it would just pick up again, which is super weird. So if it's silent in here right now, it could pick up again any second.
You hear that?
Yep. Oh my god. Was that upstairs? No, that's outside.
Holy f***, it sounded like a piece of the house just busted off.
What? That might have been it, because look at the roof.
Was that a piece of the house or was that you? Oh man, that freaked me out. My hands are shaking. Holy smokes.
There was something standing here, right?
What's that?
You saw it too?
Yeah.
Something was standing right here.
It looked like something was standing right here.
Oh my god.
But I saw it for like a split second.
The entire group heard a loud thump, almost as if the spirit of a murder victim was still lingering in the town. Was the town trying to tell them something they weren't ready to hear? One afternoon, two kids were goofing off in the kitchen while their family's Ring doorbell camera captured it all. Earlier, they'd been watching scary videos and were still riding the adrenaline, cracking jokes and shouting things like, "I ain't scared of no ghosts." It was all fun and games, until things took a turn. Just after one of the kids repeated the line, the door in front of them suddenly slammed shut with tremendous force. In an instant, their playful expressions turned to sheer panic. They screamed and scrambled around, unsure whether to open the door or hide. Eventually, they yanked it open and sprinted through the house, tears streaming as they fled straight to their grandma's place next door. Later that evening, once everyone had calmed down, their parents reviewed the footage. There were no open windows, no fans running, nothing that could explain the door's sudden movement. It didn't seem like a mere coincidence or a gust of wind. To everyone watching, it felt like a clear response to the kids' earlier teasing. Since then, neither of them has dared to be alone in that kitchen, and next time they talk about ghosts, they'll think twice before making fun of them. John Bailey Davies was a teenager spending his final year living at his parents' home. Since they were often busy with work, he was frequently left alone. During those quiet hours, he ran a small-scale business from home, and once his work was done, he'd unwind by playing video games. Lately, however, his gaming sessions had been repeatedly disrupted by unexplained ghostly occurrences. So when it started happening again this time, he decided to document it for himself.
Welcome back to what is in my apartment while I'm home alone. Like, what could... Now, last time I didn't do this. I'm gonna open this door and it's gonna stop. Hate it.
Oddly enough, John began hearing footsteps just outside his room. Since this had happened before, he didn't react with fear or assume it was a break-in. He already believed it was something supernatural. To show viewers the experience was real, he decided to step out and investigate, but found nothing there. After checking the other room, he headed back to his own, hoping to get at least an hour of uninterrupted time. But with how haunted the house had become, that was probably wishful thinking.
I'm the only one here right now. And as you can clearly hear, there's just someone out there.
Just 15 minutes later, more strange noises echoed from outside his room, and to make things even creepier, the lights in the hallway had somehow turned themselves back on. This time, John chose not to gather the courage to check it out, feeling he'd already provided enough proof that something real and unexplainable was going on. Kyle was home alone while his fiancée was out with her sister. At one point, he opened the basement door, only for eerie laughter to suddenly echo up from below. It sounded unmistakably like a child giggling, which unsettled him deeply, especially since he doesn't have any kids. Disturbed by the strange noise, he quickly shut the door, his nerves still rattled.
I am hearing a little kid laughing in the basement, and I do not have children. This is freaking me out. Yeah, you hear it too? Go. Move. I'll try to go down there. Oh, God, let's see if we hear it. Goodness gracious. Do you hear that? Oh my God, that's freaky. I don't have children. And I'm home alone. My fiance just went with her sister to the mall. Don't hear it anymore now. Goodness gracious.
In the footage, as Kyle opens the basement door, the laughter bursts out suddenly, echoing through the house. When he returns later and opens the door again, there's nothing, just an unsettling silence that makes the moment even more disturbing. He stands there, frozen, unsure of what to believe. Now left deeply unsettled, Kyle is trying to make sense of whatever might be happening in the basement. If you have any advice or theories, feel free to drop them in the comments. He could probably use the help. This footage was captured during a journey into the icy expanse of Antarctica. In it, a woman battles to shut a door against the powerful force of a raging snowstorm, struggling to keep it under control as the wind roars around her. She eventually manages to get it closed, but it's hard not to wonder what might have happened if she had lost her grip. A father was deeply engrossed in his game, while his youngest daughter played nearby with their dog. Suddenly, she began insisting that the freezer door was opening by itself. At first, he dismissed her claims, too focused on the screen to pay much attention. But as she grew more persistent, he eventually gave in and decided to investigate. Thinking it was probably nothing, what he found next stopped him in his tracks.
Ball.
He's not catching ball with you?
Yeah.
You need somebody to play ball?
Baba.
Just as his daughter had claimed, the freezer door was indeed opening and closing on its own, and it was downright unsettling. After seeing it for himself, and recalling that his console had a 24/7 camera attached, the father shared the footage with several ghost hunters, hoping they'd be willing to help for a small fee. Unfortunately, they all declined, claiming the clip was too easy to fake. This footage was captured by Ian, better known as the Midwest Ghost Hunter, during an investigation inside a haunted asylum. Take a look.
Heck is that thing? Looks like a horn of some sort. That's really weird. What is that thing? I don't even know. It's attached to something. Comment below if you know what that is. I have no idea. What the? Did that just turn on or did I leave it on? What the hell? I honestly can't remember if I actually left them on or they just turned on. I don't know. I have to look back at the footage and see later. Did someone just turn these lights on? Hello? Yeah, that's weird. I don't know. I know for sure I turned it off, but I don't know if I turned it back on at some point. I can't, honestly, for some reason, I can't remember. This whole asylum, I feel like I am slowly losing my mind. I can't even properly remember things. Hello? What was that? I just heard something in here. Hello? Whoa. What the hell? My booster light just went out. And I can't get it to turn back on. What the hell? This has never happened before. This place is literally messing with me. Oh God! Oh, the lights just went out! And of course my freaking booster! Dude, this flashlight! Why isn't it working? Oh God! Oh, thank God! Get me out of here! Turn back on! Oh God, that was terrifying. Dude, of all the times for my booster light to go out and my freaking flashlight, dude, I couldn't see anything. I'm not doing anything else until I freaking get new batteries, a new light. Hell no.
A whirlwind of terrifying events unfolded for Ian during those intense 3 minutes, and he was lucky to make it out unharmed. Strangely enough, his equipment failed at the same moment the lighting in the building cut out, an eerie coincidence that strongly suggests something paranormal was at play. The video comes from Side Money Tom, a YouTube channel known for its adventure vlogs infused with mystery and suspense. Tom ventures into unusual, often off-limits or notorious places like Area 51, capturing the experience with a mix of humor, tension, and genuine reactions. This particular clip was filmed on October 7, 2016, right in the middle of the viral creepy clown phenomenon. In the footage, a young woman cautiously approaches a clown, standing eerily still in the distance. But then, without warning, the clown starts moving toward her, holding a shovel. Panic sets in instantly as she realizes this is far from a harmless joke. In the footage, the clown stops just short of actually making contact, but the aggressive approach, combined with the fact that he's holding what appears to be a weapon, makes the situation feel dangerously real. You can hear the genuine fear in the woman's voice as she retreats and runs, eventually hiding behind a portable toilet while the clown continues to bang on it from outside. She did report the encounter to the police afterward, but with no clear suspect, and the incident now nearly a decade old, no updates have ever surfaced. While 2016 saw a wave of clown sightings and pranks across the country, what sets this one apart is the physical chase and the presence of the shovel. This wasn't just someone trying to scare people, it looked like it could have turned violent. Thankfully, she escaped unharmed. Leandro was home alone one night while his mother was out at a party. The house was still, but the silence felt unsettling. He had the uneasy feeling that he wasn't truly alone, like the atmosphere had subtly shifted. It wasn't quite fear, but more like an unshakable pressure weighing on him. To ease his nerves, he picked up his phone and started recording, hoping the act of filming might give him a sense of control.
Faz horas que eu tô ouvindo barulho aqui, então eu resolvi filmar pra vocês. Não sei, mas parece que tinha alguém, sei lá, fazendo um barulho, mexendo aqui na varanda de casa. Eu tô sozinho hoje. Minha mãe saiu, foi lá pra minha tia, hoje eu tô sozinho, então... Oi? A chave tá balançando. Olha só, não para. Gente, olha só, eu vou acender até a luz. Olha isso. Olha só, cara, que sinistro. Ela fica mexendo e não para. Ó, eu vou ficar até longe, ó. Olha lá. Não para de mexer. Olha isso, cara. Eu tô ouvindo um barulho, eu tô achando... Acho que é isso, a chave tava mexendo, não sei. Olha, não para. Ai, credo, velho, que susto. Ai. Nossa, sinistro essas horas, velho. Acho que não tem ninguém acordado essas horas. Só eu, aqui dentro de casa. Eu vou dormir com a luz acesa hoje, quero nem saber. Eu odeio dormir sozinho em casa, odeio. Não, tem motoqueiro na rua ainda. Mas tem uma coisa que eu detesto, é dormir sozinho em casa. Cara, mas que sinistro. Que isso, cara, olha isso. Olha aí, o ventilador. Tá doido, ele tá desligado, tá fora da tomada. Deixa eu acender o... Olha lá. Olha isso. Olha lá. Não, tá de brincadeira comigo, né? Olha aqui. Tá fora da tomada ela. Ah não, velho, na moral mesmo. Tá de brincadeira mesmo.
After the footage cuts off, Leandro sets his phone down and searches the entire house, checking every room and corner. But like before, no one's there. He calls his mom to explain what happened, but she's at a loss for words. That night, sleep didn't come easily, and now Leandro's beginning to suspect that whatever is in the house isn't just present, it's aware of him. This video was filmed inside Abdul's home. A devoutly religious man, Abdul firmly believed in a spiritual realm beyond human perception, one filled with both malevolent demons spreading chaos and benevolent angels bringing peace. He always thought of himself as too insignificant to be noticed by such entities, especially by demons, but the events captured in this video proved him completely wrong. A number of events unfolded in this clip, with the main focus being on physical manifestations of a haunting. What stood out the most was when the alleged demon forcefully knocked a piece of holy scripture to the ground. Abdul later explained that up until that moment, he felt he was handling the situation well. However, once the scripture was pushed over, his heart began to race. This single act made it clear to him that the entity he was dealing with was not an angel of God, but rather a demonic being from hell. Julio Gomez was a man who took great interest in his hobbies, even the unusual ones. One of his favorite pastimes was exploring places rumored to be haunted, aiming to verify if the claims were real. This passion earned him a decent following on social media. In the clip being discussed, Julio visits the cellar of a bar said to be haunted by the spirit of a young girl, with stories about her going back centuries. Although reports suggested the spirit wasn't hostile, Julio wanted to confirm it wasn't just a marketing ploy by the bar to attract more customers. The clip shows what he captured during his visit.
Niña marciana, ¿dónde estás? Niña marciana, ¿dónde estás?
At the beginning of the clip, a wailing sound echoed down the stairwell, startling Julio. The cry sounded like it came from something in pain and distress. Aware of the location's haunted reputation, he didn't rush in, but cautiously climbed the stairs in case the spirit was real and something paranormal occurred. As soon as he let his guard down, a locker suddenly slid down the stairs on its own. This confirmed the place was truly haunted, marking another successful investigation for Julio. On December 1st, 2021, Carlos, a Mexican man living with his small family of 3, found himself home alone while his wife and son were out shopping late at night. Known among his co-workers as See It Carlos, due to his constant dismissal of anything paranormal or religious, he often joked about what he called paranormal rubbish. But no one, including Carlos himself, could have predicted that on this very night, he would witness something that would turn him into a believer for the rest of his life. This is the night that changed everything.
Hola amigos de TikTok, nada más quería decirles que estaba por empezar live y todo el día se había estado haciendo como una vibra muy mala en la casa. Había tiempo que no pasaban estas cosas desde que puse la cámara. De hecho me voy a atrever ahorita a bajar, aprovechando que los perros están muy ladridos. Hola. Ahí solo está mi queridísima bicha viendo no sé qué en el árbol. ¡Bicha!
Carlos went downstairs to the living room and noticed his cat acting unusually. Instead of lying on her bed near the kitchen door as she normally did, she was sitting alert on the sofa. Many believe cats can sense spirits, and this theory seemed to hold weight when one of her toys suddenly moved on its own, with no visible force causing it. This moment convinced Carlos that something paranormal was happening. He quickly threw the toy away and took it straight to the dump. After that, he never experienced any spiritual activity again. Working the night shift as a security guard is already a tough and unsettling job, especially with the isolation that comes with it. But when unexplained, possibly spiritual events are added to the mix, it can become overwhelming. The security guard who recorded the next video was stationed at a children's hospital and had often voiced his concerns about strange occurrences. One night, something happened that pushed him over the edge, so much so that he decided to submit his 2-week notice right after. Take a look. He kept hearing knocking from the same door throughout the night and eventually decided to record it as proof for his boss, explaining why he planned to quit. Since he was working alone and no one else was in the building, a person couldn't be behind the unsettling disturbance. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.